I still feel like shit. I should probably, like, really, really get some deep, deep sleep. And all I've eaten today was, like, some saltines and, like, practically half of a watermelon. I know, cliche, huh? Black guy eating watermelon. Oh, anyway. So, last night, me and my friends went out to the goth club and, you know, something I usually do because I love the goth club and it's fun. But I got there early and, I was just standing there, like, waiting weirdly. So, here's the thing about me. I'm really socially awkward. Some of you probably wouldn't guess. And I fucking, like, have a problem with, like, being by myself without someone I know for, like, too long, or I get, like, anxiety, like a mofo. I get anxiety all the time. I just have anxiety. It's just really bad. Anyway, so yeah, I was, like, by myself standing outside, feeling weird already, and, but wait a minute, you know what? You know what sucks? Being a black man. That really fucking sucks. It sucks so bad. Ugh. But yeah. So, I'm standing outside and just awkwardly standing there, like, waiting, feeling like a fucking lost child in the middle of Central Square. And, I'm like, ugh. Because on the website for Ex Mortis, it said 10, the usual prices, which is like 10 for 18 plus, and in fine print it's $5 before 10 p.m. For 21 plus, whatever. So yeah, and Ex Mortis had moved their place and changed their time, so it was like now $12 after 10 and $7 before 10. So I wasn't sure because I had just got off the phone with my friend, and because I had the fucking picture on my phone saying, the $10 and blah 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 whatnot, and she was saying, oh no, it's $12 now. And I had known that, but I was like, why would they fucking put it on their website? False advertising. I like want my $2 back. Like, the fuck, ripping me off and shit. Like, see, it's right there. It's all right there. What does that say? Fine print. Fine print. Can you see that shit? What does it say? Yeah. Okay. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll pay the fucking, $7. But yeah, so I'm like standing outside. I'm like right there, like, in front of the Indian food place. I'm like, it's a lit area, and it's like bikes over here, bike racks and shit. And I'm just like, okay, like, I think one price, she thinks one price. So I'm just like standing there, and I'm just like, okay, fine. So I see these people clearly dressed for the club. I guess I looked like a fucking homeless person or a hobo or whatever, because that's kind of my thing. I'm grungy and fucking holes in my clothes, and I don't give a shit. But I smell good. That's one thing I always get told. But yeah, so like, I'm standing there and whatever, and I see these people walking by, and they happen to be two wafy white goths women, and I'm like, okay. I stand there and I'm just like, hey, excuse me. Excuse me. One of the girls looks me in my eye and just goes, and just keeps walking off. I'm like, okay, thank you. And so the next person, like, I just wait there a minute. I'm like, okay, because I'm still waiting for them. Next person that walks by, it's a guy. I see him, he has headphones on, though, and I'm like, I fucking hate when people walk up to me when I have headphones on, and, they're trying to talk to me and shit. So I was like, fuck it, just go ahead. So A little more walks by. I walk down because I'm like tired of waiting for them. They're in CVS going to the liquor store, and I'm like, hurry the fuck out. So I walk down a little more, and I'm sitting on the stoop to the fucking dance club, and I see two other fucking goth girls walking down. And I'm just like, okay, this is how I'm gonna approach this situation because they obviously look fucking homeless, or I'm the big scary black guy. Yeah. And by this time, I'm already like fucking pissed off because I've already been profiled. Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, I don't get aggressive with, especially women, because I know what the fuck I look like. I can see myself. And they're walking by. I'm like, this is how I'm going to approach this situation. I'm like, excuse me, because they're like a little up ahead, so, I'm like, excuse me, I'm not homeless and I'm not hitting on you. This is what I have to say in order to get some fucking attention. They're like, oh, okay. Yeah, this is what I literally have to fucking say to get somebody to listen to me. I'm sure if I had blood squirting from my body, they wouldn't give a fuck either. So I'm like, yeah, what's the price for Ex Mortis, whatever, I'm just like, they're like, alright, and tell me the price, whatever. And I'm just like, okay. So I'm just sitting there already fucking aggravated because I had to explain myself. And, thank God Mr. Brown walks up. Mr. Brown is this fucking rapper. He's from the South, and he's pretty, like, chill ever since I've known him for, like, years, and he's just, like, a fucking chill guy, and, like, I'm just talking to him and whatever, and, he makes me feel better, because I'm like, ugh, yeah, I just told him what happened, and he's like, yeah, this is what happens, and I'm like, yeah, I know, but yeah, like, the fuck? What the fuck? Like, do you know how it feels to be racially profiled and already have, like, people's thoughts of you? Every day that I fucking go outside, I have anxiety already, but I get much, much more anxiety. I'm a big black dude who's weird. People think that people don't fuck with me, but people kind of fuck with me a lot. I don't know why, because I really don't know why, but yeah, it happens. And I'm just like, what's gonna happen today? Like, I don't know who was with me, but like, they were like, oh my god, you really do? Like, people fucking fuck with you. I'm like, yeah. So I'm just like, when people sit here and they're just like, oh yeah, trans and choices and so on. I'm like, can you fucking hurt yourself? Like, slip and bump your head, maybe do better at life? Like, who the fuck would like choose to be a black guy? Who would choose it? Like, even people born black men, like, who the fuck would choose that? Who would choose it? Honestly, I wouldn't. So I'm like, ugh, God, all the fucking time, all the time. So I have to make myself, like, I have to make women feel better. I have to make everybody feel better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all the while I'm fucking stressed out and fucking having anxiety, thinking that you're gonna fucking probably attack me or whatever because I'm a fucking weirdo, and you know how people are in this world. But I have to keep in the back of mind that, wait a minute, white lady, wait, fucking old lady, women, people with kids, white dude, like, I have to be aware at all times, being outside, of who I'm offending with my face, with my fucking face, with my face. My face. Like, I know I'm fucking fugly, but Jesus Christ, like, can I live? Can I live? Can I live? That's all I'm asking. Let me fucking live. Like, I don't want shit from you. I don't want a damn thing. My God. I don't even fuck with white women like that. Like, come on. And the whole fucking night after that, it was just people fucking staring and, you know, making side eyes and shit. And because it was like a bunch of us at one point just like sitting at a table. And, you know, we're just sitting there looking all gothy and fucking weird and shit. And, you know. But I'm already mad. I'm already pissed off because I'm just like, fuck you. Fuck you. So when my friends finally fucking come over and, you know, to the spot where I'm at and shit, and they already know I'm mad because I'm just standing there like telling them the situation that just went on. And, you know, we're like fucking outside and shit, and I'm like, oh my god, you know, like, I mean, this may not like seem like a big deal to you, but like when somebody fucking like makes prejudgments and has their notions about who the fuck you are, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like shit. Yeah, makes me feel like shit. Cause you don't fucking know me. You don't know my backstory. You just look at the fucking cover of the book and judge. You wouldn't know that I go to school, that I graduated my semester with a 3.0 GPA, that I like to be educated about shit that I like. You wouldn't know that, would you? Yeah, I like school. Can't go right now because financial aid fucked my shit up, but yeah, I like school. I like to learn. I know. Shocking. Ah, the educated Negro. But yeah, I'm just like, at this point, like I said, I'm just out there, I'm fucking pissed off already. I'm just like, aggravated. You know, it grinds my gears. It just gets me to the core. And especially with other fucking people walking by and just staring and making faces and all this shit because, yeah. So I'm just like standing outside and I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck that. If you people want to fucking stare at me and make faces and fucking be afraid of me, you go right ahead. But I have an announcement. So I decided to scream to everybody outside at Phoenix and whoever's over here that I'm trans Rachel. Not transracial, trans Rachel. Yep, I let everybody know that I'm a white man and that I would appreciate my white privilege. So that way they could fucking stop staring at me. Yeah, I'll let everybody know in Central Square. Yeah, I did that. Yeah. And this is not even the first time that I've been racially profiled. You know, the first times that I discovered that I was officially a black man, me and my friends were on the bike path in Davis Square, hanging out, enjoying the pretty fucking pink trees. And I guess we had laughing while black. This is when I knew that shit was a thing. We were just chilling out, him and his boyfriend, and I'm just sitting there being the third wheel. I was okay with that. And we're laughing, and not fucking 5 minutes later, police comes down with their guns. Freeze! Put up your fucking hands! With their guns in my face. Guns in my face, yeah. And I'm just like, okay, this is the day that I'm going to fucking die. I'm just standing there, I'm like, yep, I'm gonna die. Yep, dead. What the fuck do I look like right now? Black guy or a bull dyke? Because at this point in time, I'm like halfway between my transition. I was first starting T. But I'm sitting there fucking frozen, and I'm just like, okay, yeah. Probably gonna die. Yep, it's gonna happen. Alright. And that was a moment of my morality. Yeah, my mortality, and just, you know, sum that up to a loss. And, you know, we weren't doing anything, just enjoying the pretty pink trees and laughing. But you see, when you're black, you offend everyone with your face. With your face. Yeah. So I don't know about this whole being a black man thing. I don't like it too much. And before you start some shit about, oh yeah, be a black woman, blah blah blah, you could always be back. You could always go back to being a woman. Do you know how much being a black woman sucks even worse? No, I bet you don't. But if you do, yeah, I know that feeling too. Yeah, microaggressions, misogyny, people thinking that your body is theirs to be touched. Yeah, I know all that shit. I was very well developed by the age of 11. So, yeah, save me with that. Yeah, being a black man sucks. And for all you other black guys out there, I feel your fucking pain. Like, seriously, if you're fucking tired of being labeled and judged by the way you look, I'm with you. I really fucking am. Yeah, like, this black man shit is just not cutting it. It's really not.